everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Falcons coming in at 4-7, going up against the Vikings, who come in at 5-6.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Freeman again. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And a great spot to start this drive from here. First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Throwing, Bridgewater. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Now Cook running right. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Bridgewater. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, Freeman. Space to maneuver at the 40. He cuts. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are in for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. We remind you, coming up later tonight, we got a good NFC battle. The Eagles and Seahawks from Seattle, coverage starting at 8:30 Eastern. And tomorrow we'll put a bow on Week 13 with an AFC North matchup between the Steelers and the Bengals from Cincinnati.
A hard-hitting battle right there.
On first and 10, Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And a big one here as he's taken down. The rookie from UCLA, Tech McKinley. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Third and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Matt Bosher, 7th-year man from Miami, on to punt as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. First down throw for Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The rookie from UCLA, Tank McKinley. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Handoff. It's Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 35. A big run there by Freeman. 52 yards on the ground. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Ryan to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? Rush coming, and he's taken down. So Bridgewater forced to the sidelines. And they'll hand the duties over to the former Houston Cougar. It's Case Keenum. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. 3rd down here.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. An update from Buffalo. It's the Patriots with the early lead over the Bills. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On first down, Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And here we go on first and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, Bridgewater again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So that'll back him up 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Man open left side is Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. It's a give to Freeman running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Bridgewater looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They come out here in the eye. They toss to Freeman. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They come up in an offset eye. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field.
Let's go. Forward.
first down, Bridgewater. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. So they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Bridgewater. Dancing to it, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there is really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Second down following the run. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So it'll be first down here after the run. Here's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Flushed out right. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, Cook. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing, Bridgewater. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. There would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. From the gun on third down, Ryan. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now, punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Second down, Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Vikings on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be third and forever. Here's Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Vikings on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is third and 8. Now Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Now, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Coming left, it's Freeman. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive it.
And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Minnesota. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Cook following the penalty. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And complete right side to Cook. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. Open man is Westbrook, complete. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. Bridgewater, if they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Forbath out to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?